Hello, my name is Rachel Schmidt, and I have been teaching beginning literacy in various environments, and currently I'm working at Lindale Neighborhood Association. We're going to talk a little bit about the learners that I've worked with who are low-level ESL or early literacy students, and I would say that my class size ranges from pre-lit to early beginning students, emerging readers, CASAs maybe 200 at the very highest. And just thinking about my TIF lens and doing some reflection about my teaching and my instruction with the low-level class, I think it is helpful to look at it big picture-wise and zoom out, and then also really zoom in on one individual student. So as I talk about the environment, zooming out, I think about how across the board there are various goals that my students have. Reasons why they come to English class could range from, this is a chance for me to really get started in the United States and perhaps get a job, or perhaps get enough vocabulary so that I feel comfortable walking down the street. For others, it's very personal. It's related to their family. The student I'm thinking of when I zoom in, we'll call her Allie for today. She is a mother of 9, and she has, one of the main reasons that she started coming to English class was so that she could help her children with their studies and really help her family become more involved in their community. So I guess one other thing I wanted to say is that some students in the beginning level ESL are living in environments that involve maybe some sort of crisis or some sort of an environment that's making it hard to really think about this really big picture. But what I find is these students are still coming to class, so this is a chance for me to think, okay, maybe we're not thinking about a job right now. We're thinking about, let's keep you in English class, and then maybe you can move up to the next level. So that goal that long-term goal might be really developing in the class after I see them. So that's another thing I try to keep in mind as I'm teaching beginning level learners. So then moving on to the skills that my students exhibit when they're in my low-level ESL class is that many of them come in with some level of communication skills, and so I think about effective communication and how a lot of those skills and sub-skills lend themselves well to my teaching. Being clear and concise, and also the levels of formality is a piece that has really stuck out to me as important for zooming out big picture wise. In addition, I think critical thinking and learning strategies are two big ideas, but very manageable in a low-level ESL setting. So thinking about maybe simplifying some of those skills or sub-skills even to, for example, instead of choosing a graphic organizer, we select the graphic organizer for them, and we're just going to really practice and hone in those skills. In addition, one other thing I wanted to say about zooming out was that for some students, repetition is so important. So in my own teaching and my own practice, I found that building in routines and TIF methods that I use over and over again have really helped with allowing them to acquire some of these skills. The skills that the student Allie demonstrates, she is a very effective communicator. She is good verbally. I should take that back. She's very great verbally, and her strengths I've seen over the course of a few years grow in her ability to advocate for herself in class, check in on her attendance. She also does a great job leaving voicemails in the event she cannot come to class, and we've practiced that before in class as a skill. Something that I do see that she could use more help with and also build her own skills with are with digital literacy and communicating effectively through different means of whether it's her cell phone or a computer, through email. There are different things we could still continue to grow there, and then also to really enhance her written skills and her written communication. Another piece then, again, going back to my own reflection, the TIF routines that my class as a whole, zooming out, some of the goals I set for myself are self-management and students signing in for themselves and telling me themselves when they know they will be absent, making attendance goals for the month and checking in on those goals at the end of the month. Alphabetizing is one that really lends itself well to learning strategies and critical thinking, and it's really become a routine. On Tuesdays, students know we're going to alphabetize our vocabulary words for the week. And so this is one skill that, zooming in with Allie, I know she was very afraid of this activity at first, but after repetition, again, with a beginning level class, sometimes you just need to give yourself multiple tries at incorporating this TIF skill. And by the time that I've most recently worked with her, she's really been a leader with helping other students in the class with the alphabetizing activity. She'll stand up and be the one in the classroom, like doing the arranging of the words on the wall. Another thing I'm thinking of is the sequencing idea with critical thinking. I've tried to incorporate more sequencing activities as something that maybe my students as a whole can benefit from, and also Allie can benefit from in her own growth. And then again, that digital literacy and finding all the ways possible, which the TIF lies out really well, but just really thinking of when can I utilize computers in this activity, when can the students be doing something instead of me. That's what I was thinking of with respect to what I can do for this one particular student, and then also for my class as a whole. So, thank you.